Even if someone seems to love you deeply, it doesn't always mean they want what's best for you. Some people wear love like a mask. They flatter you, praise you, act like they need you. But without even realizing it, you've become a piece in their game. It all starts beautifully. Attention, affection, moments that make you think, no one has ever made me feel this way before. But slowly you start questioning your mind. Am I overreacting? Maybe I'm just too sensitive. This video exists to open your eyes right at that point. Today we'll explore the 7 most common manipulation tactics used by narcissists. Not just to understand them, but to protect yourself. By the end of this video, you'll not only recognize narcissism more clearly, but you'll also see what lies behind their behaviors. Because manipulation only has power when it goes unnoticed. But if you see it, you take back control. 1. Gaslighting. I never said that. You're making it up. If you hear this often, pay attention. Gaslighting is a psychological tactic where your perception of reality is distorted so subtly and consistently that you start doubting yourself. Narcissists will deny what they said, twist events, or label your feelings as too sensitive. Over time, you begin to think, maybe I am remembering it wrong. The goal? Control, by rewriting your reality to protect yourself. Watch for statements that belittle your emotions. Take notes. Share your experiences with someone you trust. 2. Love bombing. I feel like I've known you forever. Sounds magical? Be cautious. Love bombing is when narcissists overwhelm you with affection, compliments, gifts, and attention. Fast. You feel special, chosen. But it's a setup. Once they feel they've secured you emotionally, the affection fades. You're left craving that early attention. To protect yourself, real love develops with time. Be mindful of intense affection that comes too soon. 3. The silent treatment, emotional withholding. Why aren't you talking to me? No answer, because you're being punished. Narcissists use silence as a weapon, a passive-aggressive tactic to control you by cutting off communication. You begin to wonder, did I do something wrong? It's not silence, it's a power move. To protect yourself, don't chase answers from silence. Assert your need for respectful communication. If it's absent, so is equality. 4. Superiority and dismissiveness, minimizing your worth. I don't think you really understand this topic. Narcissists thrive on power imbalances. One of the simplest ways they maintain this control is by putting themselves above you, intellectually, emotionally, socially. Your opinions? Naive. Your achievements? Not a big deal. They constantly interrupt, correct, or educate you, not to engage in dialogue, but to subtly remind you that they are more knowledgeable, more competent, more important. Over time, you might start questioning your own voice. You stop sharing ideas. You hesitate before speaking. You shrink in their presence. That's exactly what they want, because a silent version of you is easier to manage. To protect yourself, true confidence doesn't shout or dominate. It listens, considers, and respects. You do not need to constantly justify yourself or win someone's approval to be valid. The moment you realize that their criticism reflects their need to feel superior, not your lack of worth, you take your power back. 5. Guilt tripping, blame shifting, and emotional sabotage. If you hadn't acted that way, I wouldn't have done this. This is a classic deflection tactic. Narcissists rarely take responsibility for their actions. Instead, they distort the narrative until you're apologizing for their cruelty. They raise their voice, insult you, ignore your boundaries. But somehow, by the end of the argument, it's you who's left saying sorry. Why? Because guilt is a powerful form of control. It keeps you in a loop of self-blame and self-doubt, and it paralyzes your ability to defend yourself. They may say things like, "You make me act this way. If you weren't so emotional, I wouldn't get so angry. You're impossible to please, that's why I gave up." To protect yourself, pause, step back. Don't react, analyze. Ask yourself, whose behavior is being discussed right now? Guilt can be valid, but only when it's based on truth, not manipulation. You're not responsible for how someone chooses to treat you. 6. Flying monkeys, third-party manipulation, and smear campaigns. Even X said you were selfish. Narcissists don't always confront directly. Instead, they often use other people, sometimes mutual friends, family, or even your own colleagues, to carry out their manipulative agenda. This tactic is known as flying monkeys, a term borrowed from the Wizard of Oz, where the Wicked Witch sent monkeys to do her dirty work. In your life, these monkeys may unknowingly spread gossip, question your behavior, or pressure you to apologize for something you didn't even do. They are used to validate the narcissist's distorted version of the story. You're the problem. Everyone sees it but you. Suddenly, you're isolated. You doubt your memory, your instincts, your reality. It's a devastating tactic because it doesn't just attack your confidence, it shakes your trust in others too. To protect yourself, set emotional boundaries. Don't engage with third-party gossip. Say calmly, "If someone has an issue with me, I'm happy to speak directly." Trust is built through direct, transparent communication, not whispered accusations from a distance. 7. Playing the victim, emotional reversal. No one ever truly understands me. Everyone leaves me. At first, this sounds like vulnerability, and sometimes it is. But with narcissists, it can be a tactical performance designed to bypass your logic and trigger your empathy. When they hurt you and you try to speak up, they flip the script. Suddenly, they're the ones who are hurt. You become the cold one, the distant one, the person who doesn't get them. They might cry, withdraw, or tell dramatic stories of how everyone has abandoned them. They weaponize pain to make you feel guilty and worse, responsible for making it go away. And so you comfort them. You stay. You silence your own pain to soothe theirs, to protect yourself. There's a difference between authentic vulnerability and emotional manipulation. One builds intimacy, the other builds dependency. You can be empathetic without sacrificing yourself. You are not cruel for protecting your peace. Manipulation is rarely a scream. It's a whisper. It doesn't always threaten. It pulls you away from yourself, slowly. Narcissists do it artfully, by praising you, silencing you, making you feel guilty, until one day you look in the mirror and ask, "Who am I?" But now, with this video, you have an answer. You recognize these tactics. You know not to dismiss your own feelings. Remember, in a healthy relationship, love isn't built on power. It's built on respect. If you've started doubting yourself, that's not sensitivity. It may be a sign that someone is trying to overpower you, and you were never made to be controlled. If this video helped you, leave a comment. Your story might awaken someone else. Never be ashamed to protect yourself, because guarding your mental boundaries is the greatest act of courage.